Let's play. Let's play. Let's play. Let's play. Let's play. Let's play. Leave the world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide away our love. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. You're the one I want. Say you need me.
And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to AJT Darts live on Twitch. It's the first night of the PDC BetMGM Premier League of Darts, and the first night being hosted in Belfast. Should be an exciting night. Some good matchups for the first night of the Premier League, and we have all the action here live on AJT Darts. But first things first, we got to address something. As some of you know, we did achieve the affiliate goal that I wanted to achieve during the what was that? The Bahrain Darts Masters. So huge accomplishment there. Oscar Murphy HKW, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate that. But I do need to address it. So during the World Darts Championships, there was a viewer who came in here and Basically botted my account, botted the channel to get me over the 50 follower goal. And I called him out on it. I did report it to Twitch right away because I want to earn the affiliate. I don't want to have bots. I don't want any of that. I want to earn that myself. I don't need help from bot accounts. And last week during the Masters tournament, on the final live stream that I did, I was watching the follower count go down. So we went from about 125 followers down to 62, 61. So even with all those bot accounts, I was still able to maintain the above 50 follower requirement. And thankfully, Twitch did take care of the issue, it does appear. So because all of those accounts that are gone were all the accounts that were bot accounts. So just wanted to address that first thing on the live stream because, again, I don't want to cheat. I want to earn all this myself, and because I've worked very hard to get to this point and wanted to address that right away. So there you go. Now we can talk about darts. So make sure you hit that follow button. We do have a new set of goals. So 100 followers, I will send out 5 gifted subs. And then if we hit 10 subscriptions on Twitch, I will give out another 10 on the channel. So those are going to be the goals. I still believe in that. I think if you guys help me out and support this channel, I want to show that appreciation back to the viewership and to those who actually make this possible for me to do. So that is the goal for the day. Taking a look at the matchups today, though, for the first night of the PDC Premier League of Darts. Chris Dobey, Gerwyn Price will be first up. I think that should be an interesting matchup. What kind of Gerwyn Price are we going to see? Is Chris Dobey going to be feeling the pressure? Who knows? I do think Chris Dobey is actually going to win this matchup and move to the semifinals. And then our second matchup is Stephen Bunting versus Rob Cross. This one's probably a little bit easier to predict. Stephen Bunting has been in really good form, has started the year off well. Obviously at the Bahrain Darts Masters, playing Luke Littler, making a good run at the Masters, and now is here. He wanted to get into the Premier League, and I know he's going to come back. He's going to have some good performances. No, I am not showing all the matches tonight. What are you talking about? This is a watch-along. Watch-alongs are meant to bring a community together, not me violating copyright laws. So no, that will not happen tonight. If you would like to watch the Premier League of Darts, there are ways to watch it without violating copyright laws. Unfortunately, I can't. I tried to get permission from PDC. They did not grant me that permission. So I am not going to go around them to break the law and then get my channel banned, because then we don't get to do this. You know, then all that hard work that I have put into it and all the people who have supported this so far, you don't get any benefit out of it. So no, it's not going to happen. If you would like to watch the Premier League of Darts, though, you can go to PDC TV if you're outside of the UK. In certain countries, The Zone also has the coverage. Or if you are in England, Sky Sports is the presenter for this. So that is the policy going forward until I can get permission to co-stream from the PDC. There will be no live matches on here. I think we can all agree to that. I mean, there are other ways. I cannot explain those ways. You can look that up yourself. But my goal is to bring the darts community together. Let's talk about professional darts. Let's talk about the PDC. Let's enjoy our time together here and really show off the wonderful side of this community. People who like, I get this question every day. All right. It's a question I hate answering because I would love to show you the matches, but unfortunately I just don't have the permission. So it's not going to happen. So for those watching on Twitch, though, I am going to run an ad because, again, I want to make sure that we push out the auto ads that I have set out. Again, I'm required by Twitch to run ads to make the affiliate agreement valid on my end. But the more we run ads earlier, the less of a chance of an ad showing up in the middle of a match. And I want to make sure everybody gets the same commentary and everything here on my channel. So those on Twitch, you will see a 3-minute ad here, here right now. We're still live on YouTube. But you won't get, again, what I'm trying to do is make sure that the people on Twitch who are not subscribed or have Turbo, who have ad-free viewing, have a chance to listen to the commentary, get all the pieces, all the content. So there won't be much commentary during the ad breaks that we run on Twitch, because it's not fair to them. So we're just waiting here about a minute and a half, 90 seconds to go on those ads, and then we'll continue on with our conversation with the matchups. All right, it's about now 15 seconds, and then we'll continue on with our conversation here. And welcome back to those viewers on Twitch. Again, I apologize for it. I have to run those. So now the next ad won't be for at least 45 minutes to an hour. So, but we have to run those just so we can push out auto ads so you guys don't miss any of the content here. And it doesn't happen in the middle of a match. So continuing on. So obviously Chris Dobey and Gerwyn Price, Stephen Bunting, Rob Cross is the first two matchups. Then we get the big one. We get Luke Littler taking on Michael Van Gerwen, which is hilarious. And then Nathan Aspinall, Luke Humphries. I say Luke Littler wins over Michael van Gerwen. He's just not. He's not the player he was. He just has not been the player he once was. He's kind of lost a little bit of his form. Still an incredible player to watch because he can turn on that old MVG style. And then the Aspinall Humphries game, I'm going with Humphries on that. But no, it's funny. Luke Littler versus Michael van Gerwen. Obviously, it's on Sky. And news in the darts world coming out just a couple days ago that Sky Sports has come to an agreement with the PDC to continue their TV deal, which is huge. It's a much bigger TV deal than previously, but this deal extends, I think, out to 2030. So another 5-year agreement between the PDC and Sky Sports, which means more money, which means more prize money. And really good coverage. I love the Sky Sports coverage. I think they have a much better coverage than ITV. ITV doesn't do a bad job by any means, but it just doesn't have that feel. With Sky Sports, you're getting the commentators and the analysts and stuff on the stage talking about it. They're not just in a booth. You got, I think, a better graphics package. You got a lot of things with Sky Sports that just looks really, really professional. It just feels like this is the home for darts. ITV does a great and phenomenal job, but you could tell it's, there isn't that kind of money invested like Sky Sports has into it. So, but yeah, Sky Sports is going to be covering the PDC darts until 2030 when their deal will expire. So, but that's big news. I know that's been kind of a big story about what's going to happen. Is ITV going to resign? Is Sky Sports going to resign? Is PDC going to be looking elsewhere? Are they going to be looking at more streaming with their PDC platform? Are they going to be looking at the Zone? Are they going to be looking at Amazon Prime, Netflix, stuff like that? I think this is the right decision. I think the cast of characters that you get with the PDC is amazing. You have some very excellent commentators. And now PDC doesn't have to worry about that now. Now they can actually potentially focus on making the PDC TV platform better. I that's what I use to watch the darts is PDC TV. I remember when I first started watching PDC years ago, it was free on YouTube. And, that was really good because that's how you got the interest into darts. Obviously, that was for the World Darts Championship. That wasn't for everything. I know they did some Players Championships and stuff on there and floor matches and stuff, but they didn't have every single major on YouTube. But the big one at the the PDC World Dart Championship was on YouTube, and that's how I got into darts, because I was scrolling through YouTube and saw World Dart Championship and went, I'm going to check this out. And then I was like, well, this is awesome. This is incredible. But Luke Littler winning the title last year, and it all restarts tonight for the young man, or the 18-year-old. Can he defend his title? Will Luke Humphries come back and maybe steal that title away? So about 5 minutes here, 5.5 minutes until players are introduced to the crowd. But looking at this lineup, guys, comment your thoughts in chats. What are we thinking about this lineup here for the PDC Premier League of Darts? I like it. I like this lineup. I know some people are disappointed about Peter Wright, but like, let's be real, people. He's had one good major, and that was the World Darts Championship the entire year last year. He sucked in the Premier League last year. He sucked pretty much all of last year. You know, I didn't think he earned a spot. I don't think he was able to keep that spot, and I think that's a good thing. Because if I think he was in, I think there would have been more uproar about him getting in than there has been about Nathan Aspinall being in. And Nathan Aspinall, don't get me wrong, did not have the year that he wanted last year. But definitely had a better time than Peter Wright. I think across the board. I think the Gerwyn price pick kind of shocked some people as well. Because again, not a very great year. Didn't seem like he was motivated. Just seemed like he was down on his luck. Was talking about taking a year off at one point in the middle of the summer for Gezi. So the fact that he ended up coming back was invited back was huge. Obviously that dropped Michael Smith and Peter Wright. The Michael Smith had a really good first half of the year, but was a really quiet second half of the year, and then obviously his world championship run just kind of sealed his fate, I think. Getting eliminated first round by a unranked player. And then the two newcomers, Stephen Bunting, who 100% deserved it. You know, won the Masters last year, was always kind of pretty much a contender at most tournaments throughout the year last year. Had a great run to the semifinals at the World Darts Championships, and I think he's solidified his pick by making the finals in Bahrain, making the making a run at the Masters to defend his title. Also going, he's number 5 in the world. Like, how could you deny him? The man's got a huge following. He's an absolute dog, as they say on a different sports show. In darts, the guy has a great walk-on song, really gets the crowd going. So everything about it made sense. Chris Dobey was the one that shocked me. I'm not particularly sold on the pick. And the reason why I'm not sold on Chris Dobey quite yet is because he's had just above average performances. Just above. Not a top 4 performance by any means. I would have preferred to see Mike De Decker or Damon Hedda in, but I can deal with Chris Dobey. But I think this is just a solid lineup. Nice little feature piece there on Luke Littler. So in case you are new to darts and don't know how the Premier League works, the Premier League, they do pretty much a miniature tournament every week. You get points based on the games you win. And the top 4 at the end of these next 4 months will move into a playoff. And it's basically a quarterfinal, semifinal, final system. So there's no relegation, none of that. It's all just based on the next 4 months. You know, and they're going to be all over the place. It's every single Thursday for the next 4 months. They're in Belfast now, and then the finals are at the O2 Arena again on a Thursday night. So you get the best of the best. That's what we'll say. This is the best of the best. So are you ready for the first matchup here? They should be getting introduced here momentarily. Taking a look at the odds to the 2025 Premier League winner. Luke Littler has the 11-8 odds. Humphries 11-4, 6-1 for Van Gerwen, 14-1 for Bunting, 16-1 for Price. Chris Dobey 22-1, Cross is 28-1. And Aspinall has the worst odds of all, 40-1. Why is my... Is there an issue with Twitch chat right now? Why can I not see it being displayed? But hello. Thank you for watching. I saw the chat, but for some reason it's not displaying for me. I'm just going to test this out. All right, so I guess my test message goes through, so I guess it's not broken. I hope all you guys are ready. This is going to be a great season. I'm ready. I love the Premier League. It's one of my it's one of the things that on Thursdays I make sure I don't miss. So, and I hope you don't miss it as well. So make sure you hit that follow button on Twitch, subscribe over on YouTube, like the stream on YouTube. Let's get this watch along up the algorithm. They said 12:15 start. Here's the problem. Don't say it's a 12:15 start unless you're going to start at 12:15. Seriously. So they're just doing a bunch of yakking. So we're going to run another set of ads. Again, just pushing off the auto ads so that way you all can enjoy the show tonight. So we'll be right back on Twitch.
Nothing could have prepared me for the high stakes heartbreak that surrounds me. You want me, you won't let me go. So I burn so. I can feel you coming like a wildfire. I'm just a fuel, baby, you're the lighter. If I'm not careful, you'll burn right through my soul. Burning like a wildfire,
So Twitch will be back in just over a minute, guys. Again, I'm not trying to make any content or do much with the content during those breaks, just so that way those individuals who do watch on Twitch also get the same amount of content as they would get on YouTube and everywhere else. So I know it's kind of sellout behavior, but also at the same time I'm trying to make it convenient for those viewers. And welcome back to those on Twitch. Players being introduced to the Belfast crowd. Of course, Chris Dobey, the first one to be introduced. And now, Gerwyn Price Gezzy. Kind of a mixed crowd for him tonight. You can hear some boos, you can hear some cheering. Champion of the world. Yeah, it's... So Gezi on stage now. This will kind of set the tone, I think, of the year for both these players. Gezi hasn't had the great opening. He lost majority of his first round matches last year in the Premier League. Obviously was not a playoff contender about a month into it. Wasn't all that great last year. Again, he has looked like he changed up the form a little bit here. Now he's getting back into it. I'm just not sure about Chris Dobey. I'm not convinced on him yet. Now, if he comes out in this first match and just smokes Gerwyn Price, then, then there's a case for that. Oh, fun. I have to add more delays. $140 for Gerwyn Price to start it off. $134 for Dobey to start this leg off. Here's Price now. Single 20, trip 19, hits single 3. Ugh. Ugh. $100 for Dobey, and here's Price. $140. Good leg here to start off for Gerwyn Price. He's down to 101. Here's Dobey. 2 single 20s and single 19. 59. So he's not down to an out. Gerwyn Price can get down to an out. So 83 for Price leaves double 8. 208 left for Dobey. He needs a big one here just to put that pressure. Can he get it? No, he can't. 140. It was a big visit, but not enough to put that pressure on. Double 8 here for Gerwyn Price. Hits single 8. Double 4. Outside wire. And Gerwyn Price wins the opening leg of the 2025 Premier League of Darts. Now Dobey back on throw. $54. There you go. That should be almost exactly on. $58 for Gerwyn. So has the lead on Dobey right now, but not by much. And Dobey tried to go for the 180. Doesn't quite get it. 140. $57 for Price. Here's Dobey. He is now in front in this leg. Gets 100. Now, a big visit here from Gerwyn Price would change the leg. He gets trip 20, single 20, trip 20, 140. Not a bad one, but it only goes down to 189. Not on an out. So Chris Dobey, 6 starts from 149. Gets 99. Leaves 50. 140 from Price to apply that pressure, leaves 49. So Dobey with 50, single 18, double 16, misses wide. Second dart right in the middle of the bed, and Chris Dobey and Price are tied at 1-all. First to 6 legs. That's how it is throughout the entire evening. No changes in that, and Price puts in a 123 after hitting a trip 1. $140 for Dobey on his opening throw here on the Price throw. 41 for Gerwyn Price. Not great darts. $97 for Dobey. Here's Price again. Just little edgy darts. Just not going where they need to. Gets 43 that time. So Chris Dobey is in control of the leg here, and he's going to take more of a command with a trip 20, single 20, and then a final trip 20, 140. So now Price has to find that treble 20. He has struggled in this leg. Gets 100. So leaves 194. So on the Price throw, Chris Dobey looking to break. And Chris Dobey right now, he has 6 darts from 124. Now he leaves 64. And there we go. The first 180 coming through from Gerwyn Price. Now forcing Dobey to hit the 64. Has to go trip 16. Now double 8. And he gets it. And now Chris Dobey up 2-1. There it is. One more in there. 140 for Gerwyn Price. So he's found that treble 20. Oh, 100. $140. 134 for Dobey. Here's Price. $95 after single 20, trip 18, trip 19, then single 18. Dobey's down to a finish. Bullseye for Price to go out on a 126. Doesn't get it. 150 here for Dobey. He'll look at the triple 19 and hits 3, so he's no longer able to get that out. Leaves 70, gets 78, leads 72. Price 1, double 12. There it is. And now we're tied at 2-all. $137 for Gerwyn Price on his throw here. Now here's Dobey. Gets 2 in the treble 20, then hits single 20. That's the one part of the Chris Dobey game that I cannot look at as a positive. His 180 scoring is not the greatest. He can maybe hit one in, which he does. He hits... It's a 180. That's his first 180 of the match. 134 for Price, so not a bad visit, but definitely not his best. And now, after hitting the 180, Dobey's only going to hit 100. $99 for Gerwyn. Price leaves 90. Now 81 left for Dobey. Hits single 19. Goes to the 12. Bullseye. No. Leaves 25. Now Price can come back here. Goes up to the treble 20. Misses it. Hits single 20. Then hits a single 20. And treble 20. Goes double 5. Doesn't get there. Double 8 here for Dobey, and his doubling's been very good. And now Chris Dobey leads 3-2. And now Chris Dobey doesn't get the 180. No, he hits 140 for his 7th 140 of the match. And now here's Price. Oh, gets 140. Almost had that last dart in there. $60 for Dobey. Here's Price. 2 in the treble 20. 180. That's his second 180 of the night. Price now looking at a possible breaker throw. $60. Dobey gets 60. 1-2-1 left for Price. Hit single 20. Trip 19. Just setting it up. That's interesting. Leaves tops. Now Dobey. $93 leaves 91. Price hits tops, and now we have a level match again. 3-all. Final leg. Oh, first to 6. $100 for Price. Here's Dobey. Gets 81. $60. Dobey hits 140. $140 for Price. Here's Dobey back again, trying to get somewhat closer to an out. Does not have it. Gets 90, leaves 190, and Price can take advantage of that for sure. 23 total so far, and 77. And here's Dobey. It's 174 after 2 trip 20s and a trip 18. Now Price has to take this out. Bullseye! Gets it! Gerwyn Price takes the lead again. 180 for Dobey. That's his second of the match. 85 for Dobey, or for Price. So not a great start to his leg. I gotta turn off the shade. I got a headache. Come on here. 55. 134 for Price. Or excuse me, for Dobey. And Dobey's already down to a 1 dart out as Price is at 204. Double 9 here for Dobey, gets it. And we are tied up at 4-all. $180 by Chris Dobey. He must have heard what I said about his 180 shooting. 85 for Gezzy. Dobey hits trip 20, single 20, then back to single 20. $56 for Chris Dobey. And now Gezzy's got 2 right in the treble 20 bed. Goes for it. Hits trip 5. Oh, those were 2 really good darts. $136 for Dobey. 140 left for Gezzy. He'll go for it. He doesn't get the treble 20. Gets 60, goes down to 80. 49 for Dobey to go 5-4 up here on Gezzy. And double 16 is the number, and 14 dart finish there for Chris Dobey to take a 5-4 lead and has match point. 44. $180 for Gezzy. Price has to break the Dobey throw. 60 after the 180. $100. Here's Price. It's 82. Here's Dobey. 100. And now Dobey is on and out. He has 126 left. He's on a 3-dart finish. And he's probably thinking, I got to take this out. Misses both attempts at treble 19. And gets 54 out of it. And now Dobey in some real trouble here. Gerwyn Price needs 1-2-0 for the leg. Hits trip 20. Single 20. Tops here for Gezzy. Oh! got it underneath the dart in the single 20 and right into the 5 bed. And that leaves 35. Now Dobey from 72 to beat Gezi and win his first ever Premier League match. Double 12. Gets it. And Chris Dobey gets his first Premier League match win with a 97.87 average through 12 ton plus, 8 140s, and 3 180s. Oh, that was fun. Our next match will be Stephen Bunting and Rob Cross. There we go. So Chris Dobey into the semifinals. His first semifinals as a Premier League of Darts player. And we'll take a break here on Twitch. And we'll be back with our second match of the day, Stephen Bunting and Rob Cross here on AJT Darts. And if you're watching on PDC TV right now, you can actually see the production crew kind of fucking with some things. Obviously a new dartboard comes out, so you get the, like, that's kind of the nice thing, is that sometimes they don't put the PDC TV screen on, and so you can kind of see a little bit behind the scenes of a darts match, especially if you can attend one. Obviously for myself, I can't physically get to England right now to watch these matches, so the fact that I get to see a little bit of that behind the scenes, I always wondered, and I never knew this until just a couple months ago, that they actually do change out the dartboard every match with a fresh, clean one. And they have to recenter it, reset it, have somebody who stands at the key, make sure it's lined up correctly, make sure it looks good. So I've never seen it before like that. So really cool to see that. I wonder I couldn't see chat because those chats came in on YouTube and not on the Twitch stream. And we're back. All right, that's gonna push that off for a while. Those ads. Again, the ways that you make any sort of money or revenue on Twitch is through ad revenues, Twitch subscriptions, bits, cheers, and because I'm not rolling in the money in the subscription part, I have to run those ads just so there's just revenue coming through. So again, I do apologize, but I have to do it. That's the only... If I can make good revenue off of Twitch subs, I would 100% go no ads if I was rolling in the dough on Twitch. But unfortunately, that's not how this works. So make sure you guys hit that follow button. Hit if you are interested in subscribing, please do. Again, if we reach 100 followers, I will gift out 5 subs and then 10 subs on Twitch if we hit 10 subscriptions or 10 subscribers. Again, that's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. Obviously, it's kind of changed up a little bit just due to an issue that I had. But now, here on Twitch, we're going to try and make that a reality. And you have not missed anything if you were disrupted by the Twitch ad break. They're just now getting to the introductions, so I think I'm doing this the correct way. Or at least I'm trying to. I am titanium. Wow, the arena is absolutely packed. I mean, this is a packed arena tonight. No, no, break, no. So Stephen Bunting, Rob Cross. Should be interesting. Rob Cross is off to a very slow start this year. Got eliminated by a regional pro in Bahrain. Got eliminated in won the Toto Dutch Masters, but then last week at the World Masters was terrible. Just has not had a good... Just can't find consistency right now. Bunting to have the darts first, and we are go. $60 for Bunting on his opening visit here. And cricket, that's a 3 mark. $100 for Cross. $57 for Stephen Bunting. $140 for Cross. So Cross already making some pretty good headway here. $140 for Bunting, so he's finally finding that treble 20. $91 for Cross, so his lowest throw so far. $134 for Bunting leaves $110. The big fish, though, for Rob Cross, this would be huge. Gets the first one in there. Second dart in the treble 20 bed. Bullseye! And he's off the mark by quite a bit. $110 here for Bunting. He's no stranger to these ton-plus checkouts. Has to go treble 20, misses treble 20, single 20. Goes triple 18, double 18. So 36 left for Bunting. Rob Cross is coming back for 43. Hits the 11. Now double 16. Taking the orthodox way. Gets it. Rob Cross wins the first leg here and breaks the Bunting throw. Here's Bunting. Gets a treble 20. A single 1. Treble 20. 121. 44. Bunting here. Trip 20 single, 20. Trip 20, 140. Leaving 380 after 6. No, 240, excuse me. $59 for cross. Here's Bunting. It's a trip 5 single, 20. Trip 20. $95. Cross gets 100. So 6 darts from 145 for Bunting here to take the second leg. Hits the trip 20. Tried to go treble 15. Doesn't get it. Gets 79, leaving 66. So the 2 dart out of this is a triple 10, double 18. Goes 25. Then 9, double 16. Bunting with the 180. Can Rob Cross respond? Gets 139. $51 for Bunting, leaves 270. So he is still ahead of Cross. If Cross doesn't hit 100, and he will hit 100, so Cross down to 262. Bunting, though, can get to an out first. First start low. Working up the ladder here. No, he won't get to a finish. $100 here for Cross, leaves 162. Does not have an out. So Bunting, he's got to take advantage of that. Gets 100, leaves 125. Bunting gets 50, needs treble 17, stays on the 25. Back to bull. He tried to go 2 double bowls in a single bowl, or single bowl, double bowl, double bowl. Rob Cross misses a 19. Has to set up 24. 25 for Bunting to take the lead. 9, double 8. Outside wire. Right in there on this third dart. And now Stephen Bunting leading this match 2-1. Again, first to 6. 61. $96. 140. $58 for Bunting. Cross. Again, finding that treble 20 bet again. Two back-to-back 140s. $160 here for Cross. He's not going to go for it now. Just going to set himself up. Leaves 100. So Bunting, 260, can get to an out from here. He's got 2 in the treble 20, 3 in the treble 20, 180. So now Cross probably has to feel like he has to take this out. Hits single 20. He's going to go to treble 16. Misses that. And he's not going to get the out here. Gets 84. Bunting now with 80. Needs a trip 20. Gets single 20. Stays there. Now he's going for tops. Oh! Just low. Gets 60. Leaves double 10. Double 8 here for Rob Cross to tie this leg up. And he gets it done. And Bunting's going to be kind of kicking himself after missing tops to steal the leg. Y'all don't need to see that. Just need to lean back just for a moment here. Stretch out the back. My back still is not 100% quite yet. I've been having some back pain lately, and Bunting 59, 367 for Rob Cross. He's not going to find 2 trebles there. Doesn't find a single treble, so a trebleless visit by Rob Cross, leaving 309. Now 384. Can Bunting take advantage here? He does on his first start. Oh, he's got 2 in the treble 20. Oh, 121. $133 for Rob Cross. $133 for Bunting, or for Cross. Here's Bunting now. $168 for Cross, and now Bunting. Bullseye for Bunting, misses the bull and leaves 25. Double 4 here for Cross. Rob Cross breaks the throw of Bunting. $96 here for Rob Cross on his opening throw here. $140 for Bunting. 96 for Bunting. Here's Cross. No Bunting. $80 for Bunting after the bounce out. God, I don't know what's happened here. I'm just like wiped. Back. $141 for Bunting here to tie it back up at 3-all. Gets the first treble 20. Treble 19. Doesn't get it. And he is not going to have an out. Leaves 32. Now Cross for 80. Hits trip 20. Now needs a double 10. And Rob Cross takes a 4-2 lead over Bunting. $140 for Bunting. Bunting back on throw. Needs a holder, breaker, and a holder to tie it. Well, a holder throw and a breaker throw to tie it up. And then another holder throw to win it. Or at least to get ahead and go to match point. So he has got a long journey here. $77 for Rob Cross. 161 for Bunting. Gets the treble 20. Now needs treble 17. Gets it. Bullseye. Oh, just narrowly misses. Leaves 25. $101 for Cross, and now Bunting from 25. Gets 9. Double 8. First dart misses. Outside wires. Second dart at double 8 goes high and misses. So double 8 still remains here. Cross with the 1-2-8 finish here. Needs trip 18. Doesn't get it. Now treble 20 to leave bowl. Doesn't get treble 20. So now he's just setting himself up. 56 leaving 72. And here's double 16 from Bunting. It's 8. Double 4. Gets it. And Bunting able to cut that gap a little bit here. Now he needs to break the cross throw. $100 for Cross. Here's Bunting. Bunting going for treble 19 there after the single 20 and gets 68. $134 for Cross after 2 trip 19s. 58 for Bunting. $119 for Cross. Here's Bunting. It's 100. 148 here for Rob Cross. $132 leaves double 8 for Rob Cross to take it to match point. Here's Bunting, who just hasn't been quite consistent tonight, but he's got 2 in a travel bed, rushes the third dart. 140. Rob Cross wins the leg on double 8. And now we are back in normal form here. 5-3. So Bunting again has to hold his throw and break the throw. $180 for Rob Cross. Oh, here we go. Oh, it just misses that last dart. $100 for Bunting. Here's Cross. $42 leaves 134 for Cross. Now, opportunity here for Bunting if he can find the treble 20. He gets treble 1. Goes down the 19s. Hits triple 19. Back up to the 20s. Doesn't get the triple 20. So, Bunting, in his debut match as a Premier League player, not going to advance on. Rob Cross. We'll have 6 darts from 134. Hits trip 18, single 1. Then 13. That starts here for Cross to take the 6th leg. Double 10. 50. Bunting has 137. Goes trip 19. Double top. Double top. And wow, that was absolute brilliance there by Stephen Bunting. $58 there for Cross on his throw for the match. And now Bunting has an opportunity here. Gets 59. $96 for Cross. Here's Bunting. 1 in the treble 19 bed, single 19, goes back, triple 19, 139. 133 is what they said. $177 here for Cross. Goes down to the big fish. Here's Bunting. Triple 19. Taking a moment. Just relaxing his nerves. Gets 127. Leaves 182. So Cross, he's going for it. He's going for the big fish. Misses the second dart. 98. $100 for Bunting, leaves 82. Puts some pressure on Cross to hit this 72. Needs treble 19, gets treble 19. Double 6 for the match. And he gets it, and Rob Cross beats Stephen Bunting in what was a decent quality match between the two. Rob Cross, Chris Dobey for your semifinal. Wow. Now we get the match of the night. Luke Littler taking on Michael Van Gerwen. Rob Cross won that match with a 97.61 average, 94.03 for Bunting. 16 to 15 in ton plus visits from Bunting, 7 to 7 140s, and 2 to 1 180s in favor of Stephen Bunting. But Rob Cross gets the win. And we'll get ready for the match of the night. Luke Littler taking on Michael Van Gerwen here. We'll take a break on Twitch, and we'll be back in 3 minutes here on AJT Darts. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to get up and move around. I have this headache going on right now, but which is making me want to sleep. There we go. Just as an update, in case the broadcast, because they started so freaking late, runs long, I have to go cover a basketball game tonight, and I have to be to the gymnasium at 4:30 my time. Right now it is 1:28. So I'm hoping they just run, they're continuing play. If play is fast and games are quick like they have been so far, we should be able to get the whole night in. If not, I will have to take off early, and I'm really disappointed about that. But we'll be back next week for the second week. I don't have any basketball games until the end of the month after next week. Thankfully. Thank God. So, Chris Dobey and Rob Cross in the semifinals. And now we get to see Luke Littler or Van Gerwen move on, or Aspinall Humphries. And Aspinall or Humphries, I should say that way. Oh. Sky Sports and PDC, they probably got their heads together and went, we're going to put Michael Van Gerwen and Luke Littler as a quarterfinal match first night of the Premier League. And Sky Sports probably went, yeah, after all the money we just spent on the new deal, yes, we need that money. They need to start regenerating that revenue. Oh yeah, they put in so much production value into just this match. Just looking at it. Belfast, they showed out tonight. I mean, they're in the ice arena there. It looks like, because you can see hockey jerseys, retired hockey jerseys in the back, up in the rafters. And I mean, yes, the lower level where all the tables and stuff is a little bit smaller, but the bowl seating, which is around the hockey rink where hockey rink wouldn't be at, completely full. props to the crowd in Belfast selling this place out. Here's my opinion. Get a Premier League night of darts, or Premier League of Darts night in the United States. Have it in Vegas. You could probably sell out one of the venues in Vegas. Not the small venues, like a medium to large size venue. You could easily sell it out. Hell, bring it where I live. We're 20 minutes away from Mount Rushmore. We're not a large town, but we got a pretty big arena. We got two pretty decent sized arenas that this could be hosted in. And I guarantee you would almost have it sold out. Mom and Dad are there for Humphries. You know, especially right now with Luke Littler, you need to get the PDC over here. Because there are young dart players who know who he is and are taking inspiration from him. They know who Luke Littler is. They love watching who this kid play. There's even dart players older than me who are just like, that's incredible. And it's motivating them to practice. He is the reason why I even wanted to get into competitive darts. You know, I watched him at the age of 16, 17 years old go out there and, you know, was a runner-up in the 24 world champs. The 23, 24 world champs, and went, you know, I'm not doing much with my life. You know, let's see what I can do. How, you know, and start practicing, and let's get into a routine. Let's start learning how to play the game. And I've now become such a student of this game. And I absolutely love this sport. Now, I just finished my first league season. Wasn't the best player, but I actually participated. Now I'm playing in tournaments, and I'm going out there to compete. And it's because of this guy. It's because of Luke Littler. So PDC needs to find a way to get a major here in the United States. Not a World Series of Darts. Need to get a Premier League night of darts, or Premier League night. Need to get a big time TV major. Something in the United States. 136 for Van Gerwen, who has the darts here first. And Luke Littler pounds in a 180. Let's go! So Michael Van Gerwen replies with his own. He went, okay, I see you. Van Gerwen leaves 50 after 9. Here's Littler. 134 for Littler leaves 128. Now Van Gerwen double 16 to win the first leg. $177 for Littler. And guess who's back on the commentary? Wayne Martle. $140. Oh, it's so glad. I am so happy to hear Wayne Martle's voice. We didn't get to see him at the World Dirt Championships due to the loss of his wife right before the tournament. $136 for Littler leaves 48. Here's Van Gerwen. 93 leaves 240. So 16 double 16 goes 8 tops. Oh! $81. But yeah, we haven't heard Wayne Martle's commentary since the Grand Slam of Darts. So it's good that he's back in the booth. Absolutely love him as a commentator. So knowledgeable and just so fun to listen to. He has some very awesome things. The whole bullseye thing comes from him. Oh, 100. $140 for Luke Littler, who leaves 90 after 9. Luke Littler goes for trip 20, misses it, goes bullseye. 65, leaves 25. Van Gerwen with 80. Hits 1. Hits trip 19, double 11. Michael Van Gerwen. This is going to be a match. This is going to be a freaking match. $134 for Littler. Two Premier League champs, two world champs, two of the best players in the PDC. $85 for Littler on his throw here. Van Gerwen's on 401. 100 for Van Gerwen. Here's Littler. 121. $140 for Van Gerwen. Now Littler with 161 goes triple 20. Trip 17 bullseye. Luke Littler 161 to level this match up at 2-all. This match is going to be over before we know it. 180 for Van Gerwen. Here's Littler now. $140 for Littler. Here's Van Gerwen. Doesn't continue the 180 streak. And gets a treble 19 after 3. $134 for Littler. Littler now needs another treble 20. Gets 100, leaves 127. 160 for Van Gerwen. Hits treble 20, needs another one. Gets it, tops. 140. Now 127 for Littler. Gets the treble 20. Goes 17s, misses the treble 17. Goes bullseye. Misses. Double 10 here for Van Gerwen. Outside. Outside. All three outside the double 10, and he is frustrated. Michael Van Gerwen should not be missing double 10. Now an opportunity for Littler. Double 10! And Littler! This is the Premier League of darts! Yes! Absolutely yes! Littler gets 57. That's a very low throw for the power scoring phase. Right now, Littler's averaging 118, 107 for Michael Van Gerwen. Oh, Littler. Luke Littler. What the hell, man? Gets 180. Here's Van Gerwen replying with his own 180. This is the darts we love to see. High average, kicking ass, taking names, head to head, top, I would say, out of the top 5 players, this is the second and third best player in the world. In terms of the merit. You know, Luke Littler is considered the best player in the world right now because he does have that world title. Oh, Van Gerwen going for that 110, hits 4 instead of the 18. And now Luke Littler, some 72, hits single 20. 12, tops. And he skies it. Double 16 for Van Gerwen. Outside wire. Gets it on the second dart. And Van Gerwen ties it up and breaks the Littler throw. Let's freaking go! That's what I'm talking about. This is the kind of darts I've been wanting to see. Just back and forth. Two very talented players. And here's Littler. Here's Littler. 180. The crowd is being entertained by such a match. Littler going for that 9-darter again. Gets 100 after the 180. Leaves 2-2-1 after 6. $59 for Van Gerwen. Littler, you beauty, 140. Leaves 81 after 9. He's looking at an 11 darter here. $94 for MBG. Leaves 114. Here's Littler now. Needs double 12, double 13. Kind of a weird setup. So leaves 26. Van Gerwen with the 114 goes to the 20s. Misses treble 20. Gets it on his second dart. Double 17 with the 114. Checkout by Michael Van Gerwen. And Van Gerwen takes a 4-3 lead. $93 for Littler. Here's Van Gerwen, who's going to pump in probably a 180. He does. $100 for Littler. $134 for Van Gerwen. Littler needs something here. Goes to the treble 18s. Oh, treble 18, 18, 5, triple 5. 134. Here's Littler now to try and get down to a finish. He is locked in. 180. Tops for Van Gerwen. Hits single 20. Now an opportunity for Littler to tie it up. Needs 9. He goes 1. Goes tops. Double 10. Ooh, he's been so automatic the last month at double 10. Doesn't get it outside wire and he's disappointed there. Here's Michael Van Gerwen's first dart outside wire. Second dart. Outside. Wide. Gets it in on his third dart. And now Littler leads 5-3. $134 for Van Gerwen. Here's Littler. Two single 20s. Goes down to the 19. Single 19. Ick. And his face even says it. Was not happy about that. 59. So follows Littler. Here we go, Littler. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. 123. $174. $171 for Van Gerwen. 137 for Van Gerwen. Goes triple 19. Needs trip 20. Gets it. Double 10. Van Gerwen had a match dart. And now Littler firing in. 180 leaves 42. MVG, single 10, single 5. He's had 3 missed match darts. And he has to just bust it. Littler goes to the 2. Tops. Littler. 1 leg away from tying this up and having this go to a decider. What a match. What an absolute match. There it is. There's the Littler we know. 180. Littler pumps in a 180. $134. Here's Van Gerwen. Gets another trip 20. Single 20. Doesn't get the 9 darter. Then trip 3. 187 after 6 for Littler. And he's looking at a potential 11 darter. 100. $140 for Michael Van Gerwen. Now Littler goes single 19, 18, bullseye! 12 darter from Luke Littler ties this up. Holy hell! And this game has gone faster than the other game. Van Gerwen pumps in a 180. They both have 6 180s in the match. 140 for Littler. This is for the match. This is it. 56. Now Littler has to punish. He might. 96. Doesn't quite punish, but catches up to Van Gerwen. $140. Here's Littler now to try and get down to a finish and put that pressure on Van Gerwen. He needs a treble. Gets 98. He's on a big finish. 167. And Van Gerwen goes bullseye, misses it from 124. Now Littler needs 167. Gets treble 20. Trip 7. Just on the out. Just, as we would say in darts, he's banging the neighbor. Gets 135. Van Gerwen needs 25. Goes 9. Double 8. What a fucking match! Michael Van Gerwen takes down Luke Littler, but man, that was something. Luke Littler averaged 113.9. Michael Van Gerwen 105. 16 to 15s in 100 or ton plus visits. The 140 category, 7 to 6 in favor of Luke Littler, and both through 6 180s. Wow! How insane was that? Well, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. And now we get our final match of the quarterfinals. Nathan Aspinall and Luke Humphries. We'll be back here on Twitch in 3 minutes here to wrap up the quarterfinals and get ready for semifinal action.
Hey, when it
So welcome back. That was an incredible match. 6-5. Michael Van Gerwen gets the better of Luke Littler. But I tell you what, that was a hell of a match. That was one hell of a match. Big announcement for those who are soft tip players. PDC Remote Darts has announced that they will do their $7,000 tournament on February 22nd. Sign-up start on February 16th. And there's two tournaments with $7,000 to win, a 95 cap doubles and a 130 cap doubles. I'm going to try and play in it. If I can find a doubles partner in that 95 or 130 cap, I would prefer the 95 because I think we'll have a better chance at going far in the 95 cap instead of the 130. I've played in those higher end caps and they're tough. They are so tough to play in. Oh. All right. Turning out your lullaby, but it's not the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. So Nathan Aspinall being introduced here. I think that Michael Van Gerwen Luke Littler match was like 15 minutes. It was so quick. I feel bad for Luke Humphries. He's just standing there just like, Jesus Christ, let's go. So big reception for both these guys. Obviously, their walk-up music, huge. So this one I had a tough... I would say Humphries is going to win this. But if Aspinall shows up and Littler is a little, just doesn't have it in him tonight, I mean, Aspinall's going to win this. He's going to move on. And that's kind of the one thing he struggled with last year, was getting through the first round for the first couple of weeks. But Aspinall did win one of the nights. So Aspinall to throw first here. 60. $96. $100 for Aspinall. Just to give you guys an update, right now we're looking at about an hour and 45 left of the broadcast for myself before I do have to take off for my job. So, the one thing that pays my bills, so it allows me to go play darts. 59 for Humphries. So 218 for Aspinall. So this match definitely not off to the fastest start like we saw between Littler and MBG. $140 for Humphries, leaves 107 after 12. And here is Aspinall with a 160. Gets one in the treble 20. Misses the second dart there. Gets 100 out of it. Now Humphries with 107 hits trip 19, goes to the 18s, double 16. 91 for Cool Hands Luke Humphries. Now Aspinall with 60, single 20, top, skies that first dart. I mean, legitly skied it. Third dart under the wire leaves 20. Now Humphries with double 16 or double 8. That's awkward. So Luke Leather going completely on the other side of the Aki. Can't navigate that dart through the two darts that were already there. They were pretty much sitting like this. They were just kind of almost crisscrossing each other, really blocking off the bed. Double 10 here for Aspinall. It's 10. Double 5! So now Aspinall has left double 5. Humphries still needs double 8 and gets it on that first start. Wanted to make sure he didn't get back into a situation like he was in the last visit. $134 there for Humphries. $134 for Aspinall. 134s. 134s everywhere. Well, Aspinall break it. 135. So we got 1 point better, guys. We got 1 point better there. 140 that time for Humphries. $193 for Humphries, gets it in 2 darts. $125 for Aspinall. So Aspinall has had his throne broken. His throw was broken. $83. $100 for Aspinall, leaves 180 after 9. $96 for Humphries. He's not on an out, so Aspinall will try and set up an out. He gets 140, leaves tops. $83 for Humphries, leaving 139. So tops for Aspinall hits single 20. That was an ugly dart. To double 10, out wide. Second dart also wide. So an opportunity for Aspinall to get one on the board is taken away. Humphries, you beauty. 139. Trip 20, trip 19, double 11 for Cool Hands. And what a beautiful out by Cool Hands. And now Humphries really feeling it first. 180. $100. $140 for Humphries. Here's Aspinall after the 100. 91. $96 for Humphries. So Humphries on a 2-dart out when he comes back. And Nathan Aspinall is going to pump in a 140. And Humphries, trip 19, double 14, gets his 4th leg in a row on the bounce. Humphries is 4 of 8 from double, 0 for 8 for Aspinall, and Aspinall gets his first maximum. $134 for Humphries. Humphries, 140. Aspinall way off the mark. Trip 5, trip 7, single 19. $140, 146 here for Humphries. $130 leaves 16. Now Aspinall does have to hit this. Gets trip 18, double 12. There we go. And Aspinall finally gets a leg on the board, but he has a long ways to go still. $134. 140 for Humphries. Humphries doing a great job. Humphries gets 65 after hitting the single bowl. So 93 for Aspinall to try and pick up 2 legs here. It's trip 3. That's disgusting. Then trip 20, double 12. And Aspinall 2 for 2 at double 12. $96 for Aspinall. Here's Humphries. It's 93, so not good power scoring here. 58 for Aspinall. Humphries pumps in 60. $140, and now each leaving 150. All right, Humphries, you have 3 darts for 150. I would go for the double bull. Wink, wink. He's not going to go for the hat trick. 58. 92 left for both. $38 here by Aspinall, and now Humphries with an opportunity. Double 16 to take his 5th leg and take it to match point. $140 for Humphries here, and he has the darts to take the match. 100 for Aspinall. Humphries hits 5. 5 again. 19. 29. Oh my. That's quite poor. $131. $134 for Humphries, leaves 198 after 9. $100. Here's Humphries now, pumping in a trip 20, trip 1. Trip 20, 123. Aspinall needs a 170. He's not going to get it. Gets 58 instead. Leaves 112. Here's Humphries now. Trip 17. Double 12. And Luke Humphries dominates Nathan Aspinall, who will definitely be disappointed. And that's it. Humphries ended with 105.19 average. Aspinall 95.7 average. 14-9 in favor of Aspinall in the ton plus category. 7-5 in favor of Humphries in 140 plus. And both threw at least 180. And with that, we take a break here on Twitch for the semifinal matchup coming up here, which is going to be Chris Dobey and Rob Cross here on AJT Darts, and we'll be right back. Okay. What's nice about those ad breaks, I can actually at least get up and use the restroom. Welcome back. Semi-final action from the first night of the Premier League of Darts. But again, if you like what you see, if you enjoy the watch-alongs, if you're enjoying the commentary and talking about the PDC and just darts in general, hit that follow button on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, and like on YouTube. Stuff like that, it helps me out and keeps supporting the channel. Again, I do apologize again for all the ad runs we are running on Twitch, but we are required to do so. It's kind of the one source of revenue I can do right now, so just want to keep you guys in the know of that. Also, we have, again, we do have the sub button for being a Twitch affiliate. If you are interested in subscribing, you get these really cool emotes. Got some new emotes that I've designed. So, get a low ton, a bullseye, a 180, a hat trick for when I'm playing darts, and a 9-darter. Get there at different levels and tiers. So, I do plan on making more, but there's not a ton you can make with darts. So, but yeah, some new emotes were designed. So I got them all set up here for you guys. So tell you what, I like that low ton. That low ton just looks so good. The 9-darter one probably needs some work. Also, if you want to support the channel but don't want to subscribe, totally understand. You can go ahead and we do have a donation link set up. Any donations that I get are going to go into my darts fund. Those will support me getting to tournaments and getting me allows me to travel a little bit. So again, any support like that is very, very much appreciated. We won't be doing, unless we do a charity stream, we won't do a donation goal because I don't want to feel pressure people into donating their hard-earned money. That's just if you want to. Again, any support for the channel is very, very much appreciated. My next in-person tournament is March 16th is the plan, in a town called Pierre, South Dakota. That is about a 2.5-hour drive. Right? 2.5 hours, if I remember correctly. It's the capital of South Dakota. And they host a St. Patrick's Day tournament, and that's been on my list here for a while. Yeah, about 2 hours and 45-minute drive for me to get to that tournament. So anything like just any like small donations or subscriptions, all of that goes towards that. Mainly gas money and tournament fees. So in this tournament, I'm looking about $30 for the singles and possibly $30 for a luck of the draw. So I'm looking about $60 to go to this tournament plus gas. So I actually have a really good feeling about this tournament coming up because I've been throwing really well. My practices the last couple of nights not great, but I think I just need to rest because league's over now. So I want to make sure that I give my arm a pretty good rest here. I did go kind of pell-mell last weekend. I think it was last Friday. Thursday or Friday, I can't remember. I went really hard into darts. I played 8 medley games, which some of those went kind of nuts. Like 3 went to a third tiebreaker and third game tiebreaker match, or got 2-0'd, or I 2-0'd. So it was a fun night. I had a really good time last week. I was feeling really good. To some games I just was off just by a hair, just really off, and had to fight back in some of them. So but the practices are going well, so for the tournament for that tournament. But I am going to probably just take a few, like if I don't play in an EDC tomorrow night or Saturday night, I'll probably won't even practice. I'll probably just kind of rest a little bit here. And then probably after next week or middle of next week, I'll pick it back up again. Just because I got that, I got a tournament. I want to get a good solid practice in, and keep my average up where it needs to be. Because right now you have to qualify. The only way you qualify for the tournament is if you're an 18 PPD average. And right now I'm just above that. Thankfully, league is over. So don't have to worry about it. So So Chris Dobey, Rob Cross. Not sure. Based on the two's first games, I'm going to lean Rob Cross. Rob Cross looked pretty good against Stephen Bunting. Chris Dobey, well, yeah, I mean, he beat Gezi, but it was kind of not the highest averages that I've seen. What? Chris Dobey. He needs to change his fucking walk-on music. This is just the worst version of Let's Get Ready to Rumble. So one thing that Rob Cross's throw, the way that he throws the dart, I love it. I think a lot of darts players can really learn from it. You can just see he does kind of this boom and then brings it down. Boom. Well, Chris Dobey, he does this like weird follow through thing. He makes this big motion to throw, but he doesn't stop, and he comes back down to pick up his darts. And one of the things I have really learned is that when you're throwing, you want to make sure, well, I'll set up like this, that when you throw, you want to just, this is one motion, okay? That's one motion, is here to here. And then when you go back for your darts, that's a second motion. You don't want to be doing this, where it's just this one big motion to grab your next dart. You wanted to make it two motions. That's something I've had to work on this year, is making sure that's one motion, getting my darts as a second motion. 96 for Rob Cross. So 305 left for him. Chris Dobey trying to respond. He will. 140. $42 by Cross, and he even goes, ooh. The hell was that last dart going? $76. $180. Dobey needs 145, has trip 20, trip 19, double 14. Just under the wire. Now Cross for 83. Goes to 16. Leaves bullseye. Oh, just under the wire. $14, double 7 for Dobey outside the wire. Inside the wire. And has to set it up. Leaves 4. $25 for Cross. Hits 9. Now double 8. And Rob Cross breaks the... Well, he doesn't break it. He holds it. $89 for Dobey. Here's Cross now. Hits 1. Nice 1, Robbie. It's 118. $95 for Rob Cross. Leaves 284 after 6 darts. $98 for Rob Cross. Leaves 186 after 9. Here's Dobey. Dobey, 180. $60. Dobey now with 108. Misses trip 19. Needs another trip 19. Trip 7. Bullseye. Double 8 for Cross. It's 8. So double 16 for Chris Dobey. No score for Dobey as he misses all three darts at double 16. Now cross for double 8 again. Hits 8. Now double 4. Eight. Double 8 now for Dobey. Gets it. And after what seemed like a leg, what took forever, Dobey gets it done, and now it's one leg all. $57 for cross. The only bad thing about Luke Littler being out is that we're not going to get quick matches now. We're going to get these long matches drawn out. Get drawn out for no reason. Cross, though, 2 triple 19s and a 19. Dobey, 180. Cross gets 3 in the bed, 166. What was that? 164. And Dobey takes the lead here, and he's playing pretty decent darts. But the averages are in the low 80s. This is ridiculous. $162 is Rob Cross's last visit when he hit 3 treble 18s. 57. $54 for Dobey, leaves 193. Here's Rob Cross. He'll get 2 and out first. No, he won't. Oh, he is on an out, but not a great one. $177 for Rob Cross. Come on, Robbie. Hit 3 double bowls. He's not going to go for it. Double 8 for Chris Dobey to take a third leg. Goes 3-1 up on voltage. 100. $93 for Dobey. 204 left for Rob Cross, so he will get to an out here first. Dobey can get to an out from 290, and he is going to get to an out here. 140. Cross will not get the 112 out as he hit a single one. Nice one, Robbie. 150 for Chris Dobey. Won't get it. $93 for Dobey, leaves 57. Cross needs double 16 to make this a 3-2 deficit. And Cross does get it. Gets his second leg here. $129 for Dobey after going for trip 19. $60. $60. Come on, Cross. 180. $63. Cross picking the pace back up here. Try and get himself set up with an out potential. He will. 94. Leaves 170. Cross going for the 170. Won't get it. 93. And now leaves 77. 129 for Dobey. Hits 19. Needs double 20. Bullseye! And Cross has tied it up after hitting double 10. $97 for Dobey. God almighty, this match. Get it a move on, guys. Let's hit some freaking big scores. 129 for Rob Cross. Chris Dobey pumps in a maximum. 166 left for him. Now, Rob Cross going for the 132. Trip 20, double six. Gets it. Rob Cross has won 3 legs in a row on the bounce. So 4-3, Rob Cross in charge. Cross pumps in a 180. $131 for Rob Cross. $22 by Rob Cross after the maximum. $60. So Rob Cross throws in a 180, then to 22. Bullseye! 170 for Chris Dobey to tie it up. $180 by Chris Dobey. There we go. $97 for Dobey after the 180. Hit a trip 20 in there too. And 120 for Rob Cross as the third dart fell between his 2 darts in the treble 20. So 160 here left for Dobey. Cross is potentially not getting to a finish here. He will. 96. Leaves 132. Dobey hits 1 at a 160. Gets 40 out of it. Leaves 120. 132 for Rob Cross. Will he take the same route? No, he doesn't. He goes to the bullseye. He needs triple 19. Doesn't get it. Will set himself up with a trip 20. Treble 20. There it is. Tops. And Chris Dobey retakes the lead 5-4 with a 1-2-0 out. $96 for Rob Cross. $100. Dobey needs to hold this throw to win. Yep, Cross is off of it. And that's the one thing about Rob Cross right now. He could have a really he could have a strong game, but he can't follow it up with his second match. And that's exactly what has happened here. Dobey gets 100. He's on a 2-darter. He'll have 6 darts at this 88. Well, he'll have a visit at it at least. $88 for Dobey to take the match. He's trip 18. Hits 1. 72 will leave 16. Now Rob Cross to tie it up. Tops for Cross. And Chris Dobey on his first dart gets 88. And Chris Dobey to the finals on the first night of the PDC Premier League of Darts. Well then. Our second semifinal, Michael Van Gerwen, Luke Humphries. And if I am Luke Humphries, I'm a little bit worried about about Michael Van Gerwen with the way he played against Luke Littler. Averages were terrible in that last game. Just terrible. So this game should be better. Hopefully it's quick. So we'll take a break on Twitch and get ready for the second semifinal of night number 1 of the Premier League of Darts. Alright guys, sorry about that. I had to go change real quick because I want to make sure I'm ready to go to work. Now I'm ready for work. Alright. Alright. So we'll see how long this match takes. Hi, Pepper. If it doesn't take long, then we'll stay as long as we can for the finals. If it hits 3:30, which is in about 20 minutes, I will have to take off, unfortunately. And I will miss the finals tonight. But this will be the only... I take that back. It won't be the only one because I still have one more Thursday night basketball game, but that's not till the end of the month. Michael Van Gerwen. I am predicting Michael Van Gerwen to win this match because he was electrifying. Oh my god, electrifying in that first match against Littler, and I don't imagine he's going to keep that aggressiveness down. If he's that aggressive against Luke Littler, he's got to be that aggressive against the world number one. Of a world. Wayne Martel posted on Twitter after the Van Gerwen Littler match. I needed that. And yes, you did, sir. That was great to have you on that one. Game on, here we go. And thank you very much for Rangers FC Fan 18. I guess I don't need to ask who your favorite soccer team is. $100 here for Michael Van Gerwen. $123 for Humphries, hitting a trip one at the end of that. Here's Van Gerwen, 180. $43 for Van Gerwen, leaves 178. Here's Humphries now. 140. It leaves tops for Humphries. Humphries did have the throw. 98 for Van Gerwen, leaves 80. And Humphries hits tops, and Humphries up 1-0. $134 for Van Gerwen. Now Van Gerwen did not put up a decent number, but Van Gerwen is on the throw. He is going to get to an out first. 134. Leaves tops. $80 for Humphries. Van Gerwen for tops. High on the first start. Second dart right in there. Michael Van Gerwen now ties this up at 1 leg all. $115. $100 for Van Gerwen. Here's Humphries now. Humphries hits single 20, trip 20, trip 20. 140. $180 for Van Gerwen. $96 for Humphries. Humphries needs 150. Goes trip 19. Trip 19. Double 18. Van Gerwen needs bullseye. Off the mark. Humphries needs double 9 to break to hold throw. And he gets double 9, and Humphries retakes the lead 2-1. $96 for Van Gerwen on his first visit of his throw here in leg number 4. $134 for Van Gerwen. Single 1, trip 20, trip 20, 121 for Humphries. $91 for Van Gerwen. Double 10 for Humphries to break the throw of Humphries and take a 3-1 lead over Van Gerwen. So Van Gerwen gets that taken away as Humphries took out the 1-4-0 and then follows up with a 60 on his opening visit here in leg number 5. $93. $59 for Van Gerwen. $95 for Humphries. Now Van Gerwen, kind of behind on the leg here, does get the trip 19. It gets 96, but if Humphries keeps this up, he'll be 2 and out. He's not going to get 2 and out. 98, well, he is on an out now, 155. But Van Gerwen here, he's pumping in the darts, 138. $59 for Humphries from 155. 68 here for Van Gerwen. He's going to get one darted double 16, and Van Gerwen breaks the throw. Two trip 19s and a single 20, 134 for Van Gerwen. 140 for Humphries. Not going to get down close to Van Gerwen. $133 by Van Gerwen. Two trip 19s and a single 19. But good reply there by Humphries to get to 140. But Van Gerwen with 100 left needs something here. Hits 3 single 20s for 60, leaves tops. Humphries will not get the 161. 65 leaves 96. Tops for Van Gerwen, and he hits it on his second dart to now tie it up 3-all. So now it's a best of 3 or best of 5. $81 for Van Gerwen. Two trip 20s and a 19 leaves is a 139 for Van Gerwen. Luke Humphries has yet to throw a 180, gets 60. $134 for for Van Gerwen goes down to a 147, so he's back on and out. And to win 3 legs on the bounce. $158 left for Humphries. Doesn't get the trip 20. $134 though leaves 24. $64 for Van Gerwen. He does have some pressure. Hits trip 16. Double 8. Gets it. $180 for Michael Van Gerwen, and that last dart didn't quite settle in there, so he had to be quick about getting up there and grabbing that dart. $123 for Van Gerwen leaves 198 after 9. Oh, Van Gerwen, 138. Here's Humphries, 315. He has not had a great time in the last couple of legs. Tops here. Van Gerwen skies the first one. Second, his last start, skies it as well. But he will have another chance at tops. $140 Van Gerwen again for tops. High on the first dart. Second dart low on the in single 20. Double 10. Hits 10. Humphries went for double 11. Hit 11. Now he has to set himself up. Hits 3. Leaves 8. Van Gerwen for double 5. Hits 5. Needs 3. Goes 3. Double 1. Double 4 for Humphries is in there, and Humphries ties it up at 4 apiece. Best of 3 now. Humphries, 180. MVG gets 140, but 162 here for Humphries. He's just going to count it down. He needs a treble. He's hit two really low numbers. 42. Ooh, he's still a ton plus finish. But leaves Shanghai, which is a 1-2-0 for you dart players who don't know the terminology quite yet. So now Humphries needs a trip 20, single 20, tops. There we go. Luke Humphries takes it 5-4. Now Humphries on match point. 59. $93 for Humphries, leaves 408. Van Gerwen he's not 134, but Van Gerwen, he has not been to that aggressive point like he was with Luke Littler, which if I'm Luke Littler, I'd be kind of pissed off about that. I had such a hell of a match against him. 93. Humphries has 350 left. He needs a big visit here. He may have it. 134 gets him within a point. 215 for Van Gerwen. He will be on an out. 57 leaves 158. If Humphries pumps in a big visit here, that's going to put pressure on Van Gerwen, and he's not going to put in a big visit. 44 leaves 172. Humphries not even on an out. Van Gerwen, trip 20, trip 1. Trip 20, 123. So now Humphries has a lot of work to do if he wants to put the pressure on the 35 out for Van Gerwen. 134 leaves 38. Van Gerwen needs double 16 now. And very good there by Van Gerwen to keep in it. And now we are tied 5-5. Final leg shoot off. $93. $134 for Van Gerwen. Here's Humphries now. Trip 20, trip 1, single 20. 83. Michael Van Gerwen pumping in the darts. 132. Here's Humphries. 140. Leaves 185 after 9. Here's Van Gerwen. He's going to get down to a visit, down to an out here. Leaves 130. Humphries putting pressure on the 130 by going down to 45. Bullseye! Van Gerwen not great on the bullseyes today. Just as in he's hit the single bull a couple once, but he hasn't been able to hit that double bull at all. 13, double 6 for Humphries for the match. And Humphries gets it. So Chris Dobey, Luke Humphries for our final in the first night of the Premier League of Darts. And unfortunately, guys, I will not be able to stick around for the finals. I do have to get ready for my other job. Even though I am semi-dressed, I have to get some things packed up and ready to go. I have a basketball game in about 2 hours, and I have to be to the gym about an hour beforehand just so I can set things up. So I do apologize. I wish I could stay. But yeah, the match is going to be in 12 minutes. It's going to be about a 30-minute match. That's going to get me way past the time I need to get there, and I have to still get dinner for myself. So that will do it for the stream today. Next Thursday, we will be able to cover the Premier League of Darts fully from start to finish. Same with the week after that, and then I got a basketball game the following week, so we'll only get up to the semifinals. But thank you to Rangers Fan FC, Oscar Murphy, HKW for the follows today. We are still working on the 100 followers goal. And then there will be 5 gifted subs to 5 of you who end up watching the stream. Not sure if we'll play darts. I'm not sure what the plan is yet. If I'm playing EDC remote tomorrow or not. Or if I am doing, if I'm going to be home. So just make sure you keep an eye on the channel. Go to my Discord, actually, if you are interested in seeing what's happening. Go to Discord. I do have a Discord set up, and then you'll be alerted to when I do go live, so you can catch all the action if I'm doing Grand Board matches or if I'm doing watch-alongs. So that is something to keep an eye on. But thank you guys so much. Again, your support is always appreciated. In doing these watch-alongs and getting me to this point. So, but I am going to end the stream there. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and we'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe definitely next Thursday. So good night, everybody. Have a good rest of your Thursday.